Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to Awesomecallstrading.com live recap webinar. I'm AJ, and today it is July the 3rd. Market is closed. So it's kind of quiet in the room right now because obviously the market closed. It's about 11 o'clock on the West Coast. And let's see, and about what, 11, 12, about 1 o'clock on the East Coast. So I thought I would do my recap today. I have to say, um, the group in the room. I got up this morning, as I always do, at 3:30, 4 o'clock, about 2.5 hours before the market opens, and I went through my scans, read the reports, just really studied the charts this morning, and like I tell you, it's one of the it's getting actually more common. But today I was 100% on my notes, and what that means is out of 12 ideas that I presented to everyone in the chat room, all 12 worked. I mean, not just worked, but every trade worked in where it was supposed to go. Everything hit. So what it does is it makes when a trader comes in, he's able or she's able to just to pick any type of trade. It could be a large cap, mid cap, small cap, um, anything they want. Um, and I will have the pinpoints. Like I would say, for instance, scroll down, I would say Tesla. Tesla's a perfect example. Okay, we all know Tesla outdid their numbers and did an incredible job, right? So we know that, right? The numbers were exceeding um, the what their delivery was, and so the stock popped 15, 16 points. So I come in and I'm looking at that and I'm reading, I'm studying the chart, and I make a decision. Okay, that's great. Um, the stock will react at the open. It most likely will pop to 242. And once it does that, it gets close to that, it'll sell off. And I'm looking for 232 to 235. Okay. Now, again, this is 16 years of trading. This is not some guy that's been trading 2 or 3 years and guessing, oh, I think it go here. Um, this is a seasoned pro that's letting you know that this is going to sell off today. I don't. So I'm not asking you to go long today at the stock at all. If you want to play the pop out of the gate, you can do that, and you can make quick money. But I don't want you to think it's going to go to 250, 260. I saw some Twitter feeds saying, "Oh, this is a 266 today. It's going to go to 268.6 tomorrow, 265 or 261." I'm like, stop. Again, they're just people that just talk out of their ass. They don't know really where it's going to go. They don't really have a feel for the stock. They're just giving numbers. And then I saw another Twitter guy go, "Oh, it should hit 231 today." Well, what's your reasoning behind that? What's the range? And it's certainly not going to hit right away $231, right? So in our room, it's more real. It's very professional. It's very laid out and detailed. Um, yeah, I even said that watch for that quick pull even. Yeah, because sometimes what happens is when you've got a stock that gaps up, you get a quick pull like 2 or 3 points. And I figured about 238, and then it'll rip right back to 242, and then it would just slide down all day to 232 to 235. And so let's take Tesla for an example of a perfect read on a stock and understanding how to trade it. And as a day trader, we're not here to marry the stock. We're not here long term. We're just playing the day, how it's going to play out. Okay? Because that's where we're going to make our money. So if you go to Tesla, all right, this is a perfect example of Tesla, right? And again, I'm giving realistic numbers. I'm not giving, some just oh, this should go to 266. Oh, this will go to 231. It's like stop. We're day trading the stock, so just chill. All right. So this is why pros come into this room because they want to be told, okay, AJ, you're the pro. You've been doing it 16 years. You've been trading Tesla 8, 10 years. Where's it going? Okay, that's simple. Okay, and I laid it out. The stock is going to pop at the open. Okay, if it does a slight pull like the 238, it will pop. Now look how I wrote it. I even told you the slight pull when it was going to come. See how I said 238, but it's going to hit 242. Once it pops to that area and it pulls back to 238 and snaps, we'll get a 235 I'm looking for. Okay, so now I want you to look how it played out. Again, details. It's all in the details. It's understanding. All right, quick pull that lasted 35 seconds. See how it hit the 238 right there? Quick pull. Now comes the push because shorts are going to squeeze, right? And I want 242. As you can see, it hit just under 242 right there. 241.65. Now we sell it off. Now the all-day fade kicks in, and all you have to do is buy the puts. You can buy 232, 235 puts because I've already told you where realistically it's going to go, not some unrealistic number. Oh, yeah, I'll go 230, 231. I mean, come on, stop. Stop pretending you know what you're doing. You're not helping a trader by throwing numbers like that. You have to be precise. You have to give a trader the right range for that person to make money. And today was a perfect example of the right, perfect way to read the stock. You have to give what Elon did in his company. You've got to give it value. And that's exactly what I did. I gave it value. And the value today on the stock was worth 235, 234, 233, somewhere. As you can see, the stock came all the way down to $234. It actually was settling nice at 235, and then the last hour it ended up giving up one more dollar. Just a perfect read on the stock, and to know that it was going to hit the 242 area and then fade off to that. I mean, that's what trading is all about. That's what you pay for. You want to be able to say, hey, I want to short Tesla. Can I make 5 points on it? You sure can in our room. I will guide you. I will help you. If you want to make it quick, the stock will give you the opportunity to make it quick. Look at just the first 10 minutes of the call, 9 minutes of the opening bell. 242, and I said it would hit 235. Remember? In 9 minutes, it hit 236. 1 point off of what I wanted it to go. That's how great the call was. You see how special that was? I want to show you another one we did. ADP. Now, this was yesterday's call. Yesterday's call. I called this yesterday. Now, again, none of you, very few of you, trade block trades. A lot of you don't know what that is. Okay. Well, a block trade is where an investor or a fund will go in and say, I love ADP. And they make an arrangement and they say, look, I want to buy 8 million shares. I don't want to pay the open market price. I'll give you $161 a share. So they agree. And they say, okay, we'll agree to 161. We'll set it up through our underwriters, and you can have 8 million shares at 161. So what does that mean for you? That the stock is still valued at where it should be, 164, 165, 163. It's still that value. In this case, it was what, 167 it was trading. All right. The value hasn't changed. The investor just came in and got a nice discount. So imagine he's buying 8 million shares. Now, let's just say you're a day trader, just a day trader or a swing trader, somebody that wants to get a really great deal. That's like that. Imagine you want to go buy ADP today. You're only going to trade a tight range of 166 to 167. Look, see, your range is tight. There's no deal for you. There's no really trade in there. You follow what I'm saying? But if you can get a block trade, all right, and you find it, and that's what I do. I look for these things. I seek them out. And this was a block trade at 161. But guess what? What made it so special was the block trade was 161, but it opened. It had already clobbered down to about 159 and under. Okay, you're 2 points under what the investor paid the 8 million shares for. Guess what? You buy the stock. If you're an option player, you buy the options. You buy 162, 163, 164, 165 calls because the stock's value, company value has not changed at all. It's just an investor come in and got a discount. You can follow that investor and get the same discount. And look what happened. If you would have bought yesterday at my call at 159 and under, 158.75, today it hit 164. Swing trade, 8 points. You didn't have to do anything. You just had to buy the stock on a discount. You see that? You see that? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Being able to find these kind of quality trades. This is an incredible trade. I'm going to show you another one today we did. AVCO. Now, AVCO was are in talks. Okay, I really want you to understand what I'm saying here. they're in talks to maybe buy SYMC. Okay, the deal is not done. They're in talks to buy. Now, I want you to understand how a day trader, a really a pro's pro comes in and says, okay, how do you trade AVCO today, AJ? Well, first you look at the gap down and then you have to read the news. So you can see yesterday's sell-off when the announcement came, it sold off immediately. Why would it sell off 20 points, which is an overreaction? And it's very thin to sell off. Look at the sell-off. 1,600, 2,000, 4,900, 4,000, 10,000 shares, 12,000 shares. Really just ridiculous. All right. Why would it sell off? Well, typically when if AFCO's going to buy SYMC, SYMC would go up obviously in stock share price, but AFCO would go down because they're going to take a big meat of their stock or cash capital to buy the company. So investors don't know which way they're going to go with it. So rather than them deal through the process, Broadcom, the investors rather than deal through the process of the wheeling and dealing of the deal, investors will sometimes just bail and say, look, I'm just not, hey, you can do whatever you want. I'll buy the stock after you guys settle, if you do. Okay. If SYMC is a profitable company, making millions of dollars per quarter, then that could be added value to the books. Then Avco would have had a different reaction. Actually, the stock would have actually popped. SIM would have popped, SYMC would have popped, and Avco would have popped probably towards 300. But their books are not, they're great, but they're good, but they're not great. So investors bailed. For us as a day trader, my first thing when I walked in was buy the weakness. 283, 284. Just buy it. You will recover. And I really was very clear. I actually made it the number one pick. And the reason is because I've played these before many, many, many times, and I know how they react. So my goal was to take this stock, long the stock at 283.50. So in pre-market and at the open, long the stock, long the stock, long the stock, long the stock. 200 shares. Just take 200 shares, 250 shares. I'm assuring you, you're going to pop. And if it goes down even just a little bit more, like 280, 281, don't be scared. Add right into it. It's going to be an amazing opportunity for you for quick money. I actually made it the number one pick. And what I do is I kind of tell you in my note, it says in talks to buy SYMC. Well, I kind of let the traders know I kind of make fun of it. So I'll say, well, I'm in talks to trade today. You see, it's humorous because yes, until the deal's in writing, just like I called the market when all the tech stocks were popping on the idea that there might be a little relief on the Chinese tariffs, but the deal wasn't in writing. There's nothing concrete. I mean, now they're talking about they're angry at each other again. You see, and this is what I do. I constantly feel the market and understand the market because I have such a great feel of these stocks and the market. I'm able to produce quality, great trades. So the first thing I did on Avco was walk in the room before I even said good morning was buy Avco. Start picking it up. And I bought it. I mean, it was done, right? And I was so excited. I wanted 290. I have to be honest. I did. I thought I would get at least 6 or 7 points, but I ended up going all the way up, as you can see, to 289. So I missed it by $1. But what a great trade. And I sold way early. I think I sold at 286, 287. I was so happy. And you know why? Because it was such a really easy read. And to be able to make your money in 10, 15 minutes, you should see me. I was so, 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 so happy. So happy. Okay. So it was a really great trade. Okay. Really well done, well executed, well played, and well thought out of. The next one that we did, which I really enjoyed playing, was AYI. Now, AYI yesterday got beat down, as you can tell. See? Really got smashed yesterday on earnings. Again, I did this chart yesterday because I walked it from 121 all the way to 134. Yesterday, when it hit here, and it was given to me in the room on an alert. Hey AJ, it's down 20 points. What do you want to do? And I look at it, and I really immediately went to the earnings report because I didn't catch this on my radar in the pre-market. Otherwise, I would have been all over it. But I looked at it and I read it and I just kind of went, you know what? This is an overreaction. Um, I don't see it. And I'm going to buy it at 121.43. And I started picking it up, and as you can see, it made a nice run that day, all the way up to 133, 134. Now, obviously, I only sold 2, 3 points into the move, but I was happy with the trade because I recognized. So my assessment of the sell-off was that it was just overly done. And based on that, I said to myself and to everyone in the room, this is a buying opportunity. It's overly done. Well, this morning when I woke up, it was nice to see Oppenheimer also gave the same thought process as I did. Oppenheimer said they're going to increase. It was really contradictory because one, what do you call it, alert service said they're going to increase the price target to 150 from 145. Another alert service said they're reducing to 145. So there was like three of them that were saying increase and two of them were saying decrease. So for me, all I needed to see was that they were defending the stock and to buy the weakness. And that's what they wrote in the report, regardless if it was 145 or 150. They felt it was an overly done stock, that it shouldn't have been sold off. And that's what I said yesterday. So today, the stock was actually flat. It was sitting there just under 130. So I told everyone in the room, buy the stock, buy the stock, buy the stock, buy the stock. I mean, it was so clear. I mean, you were going to guarantee to get paid today. So I said, just buy it at 130. And I said, this will recoup back to 135 to 137. That's what I said. I said, it's going to go right back to 135, 137. So buy the stock. And if it pulls, don't get panicked. Don't get worried. Don't get scared. Let it flush out. Who cares? It's just more of a buying opportunity. I got Oppenheimer behind my own thoughts now. That's what I said. Oppenheimer. Okay. So I look at it and I come over here and I want you to look. AYI. And where did I say that it would go today? I said 137. And look where it hit. 136.74. Again, precision. Precision. This is what you get when you get in this room. Just quality trades, quality ideas. 10 shares, 20 shares, 100 shares. 100 shares, you make $500, $600. Because I'm telling you to buy at 130. Okay? In the first minute, in the first look at right here, in the first 9 minutes of the opening bell, if you had just bought 100 shares with 12, 13,000 buying power, in the first 9 minutes, you already scored four. You made $400. You see how fast that is? Remember Ollie's doing this $500 challenge where you take $399 and you get a uh, $14,000 buying power. And now for my annual subscribers this July weekend, I'm actually going to fund those accounts. So if you do an annual subscription, I will give you the 400 or 500. I'll give you 500. I don't care. And let them give you 15, 20,000. Guess what? Guess what? If you would have been in our room and you clicked the button at 100 and you sold it 9 minutes later, you made $400 on your $400. You made 100% return on your money in less than 7, 8 minutes. Can you see that? It's reality. This is the reality. And look where it went. If you had held it, it hit 137, just under. That's 700. You would have made over what? 100 and 150% on your money. $750, 700 on 399. One trade, one execution. I'm going to show you another one we did. AMRN. You want to know why my report card got an 100% review today? And it's funny because again, you're looking at some of these rooms out there, and all they did was trade. I mean, they were literally trading, um, just pennies. Like they were going, yeah, see this move, this move. I mean, they literally were glorifying 174 to 164 and 18 trades in there. And it's just, God, life is so much more than just that. I saw another room. All they did was like this, like an Apple call. For that's all they traded. They traded between 203 and 203.80, and that was their call. I mean, how are you learning anything? I mean, you're not spreading your wings. You're just isolated. I think these rooms. That's the word I'm going to start using. They isolate you from the reality of day trading. Why are you forcing to pay a high price stock because the mentor wants you to shove this down your throat because he doesn't know how to play on? He doesn't know how to play it. So because he doesn't know how to play it, you get stuck trading what he only knows how to play. You can't do that. If you want Apple, I could have went, all right, market's up. All right, if it breaks through the flag at 203.50, go long, probably get you 50 cents to a dollar. That's the trade. I could have done that. I could do this in my sleep. As long as the market holds up and it's green, yeah, we should get about a point out of it. If the market's red, down 50 to 80 points, target. All right, break through the down flag of 202.90, probably go to 202.50, 202.30. How hard is that? God, I could do that in my sleep. That's not where the money's at, traders. I'm sorry. Look at this Amron. Now, yesterday with Fire Trader, the two of us agreed on our notes right down to the T. And I felt that Amron was its great earnings package was perfect. And I felt, you know what? To me, this is a buying opportunity at $20.30. And it double bottomed right here at 2020. And you can see the double bottom. So the market makers really clarified that it wasn't going to go. The real good buy was probably right here off the breakout flag at 202 at 2087. But if you took a starter at the 2030 range, you didn't have to worry too much because your risk was very little. I mean, you could see the risk reward. I mean, your risk would have been at 1958, and your risk would have been 70 cents, and you could just added. So this was just a perfect play. And I called it yesterday that the stock would go to 22.50. And I said that yesterday, and it hit 22.50. Shortly after the close, I think it did. I was perfect, right on target. I did say between 22 and 22.50, I said. Okay, so this morning I get up and 8C Wainwright right here, I call him a garbage right, 8C garbage right, um, put a price target of 51. Okay, when I see that, two things are going to happen. The stock is in play. It's going to make a nice move to the upside. Okay, but unfortunately, um, um, with that being said, unfortunately, the stock is going to um, actually. Okay. They're going to do an ATM. They're going to do an offering. That's really what's going to happen. And I just wanted you to understand that. Like, okay, look, AC is in here for one thing only. They're going to push the stock up because AMRN is going to announce an offering probably today after the bell or by Friday. So they want a little bit more push on the stock today, a little bit more volume, and so they want to excite the stock. Okay, well, I know that. Okay, great. So by interpreting that information, the stock closed at 22.37. I told myself, you know what? This is going to go to about 23.50 to 24 today, and then it's going to fade off, and that's where it's going to go. And I was really clear on that move, 23.50 to 24. I saw it. I posted this 30 minutes before the market even opened. I said, look, just buy the weakness, and once it breaks out, look for 23.50 to 24. I traded this about 5 or 6 times today live in the chat room. Literally just did step by step by step by step and just kept playing the pops as it kept coming because you could just see it until the parabolic move came, and then I just said, hey, flush it out because this is it. But I want you to look at the precision of where I called it. So 23.15, 24 is in the middle is 23.75. All right, so let's just say AJC is 23.75 on the stock today. Okay, now watch the precision of the call. All right, 23.75. This is today's call now, right? This was yesterday's. Now look at today's. Long, the open, 22.30. Add on any dips. Stock just start to rip and look for 23.75. Look where it hit. 23.79. Again, the precision of day trading. Okay? This is why a lot of these rooms out there will come and visit our room constantly. These moderators, these owners, because They're mind blown because what happens is in their room, they'll say, why didn't we trade AMRN today? And well, we don't do that here. The mod would say, well, that's just not what we do, and there's no reason. You could trade it all you want. No, no, no. That shouldn't be the question. The question is that why aren't you having this on your list? Why aren't you educated to be able to give us that kind of idea? I mean, Jesus, I just watched a room where 18 traders just busted out, and made thousands of dollars on just that trade alone. And the guy called it out, entry and exit. It's again, they're isolated and they want to isolate you. So you're stuck trading your Apple or AMD or Amazon or MU. Well, traders in our room are just trading Avco, I mean, Tesla, CGC. You want to see the wheat stock I did to you? You want to see the wheat stock? Look at this one. You want to see this one? You want precision? You want precision. I'm going to show you precision. This morning I woke up. All right. Now, Stars Constellation in, gave a huge influx of money in investment into CGC. But the management of STC collection, you know, they just they didn't like the CEO. So they just felt like, okay, you've taken the company this far, our ideas are going to go even further. And their board was just full of Constellation people. So, I mean, they're the ones with the money, right? So even though the CEO brought in Constellation to help them become bigger, and it was a great party when it happened, and the stock reacted to it. The problem was is that management just ownership just didn't wanted to oust the CEO of CGC all along. So the stock actually had been trading in a kind of a range, you know. So my point is that Constellation has this big thing. What they're going to do, they're going to take CGC to a whole other level. But they gotta get rid of the CEO first. And he was a great guy. I mean, he knows pot like anybody else in the world. I mean, he made that company what it is, but it needs to be taken to another level. Okay, and so you know, they came in. They called a board meeting this morning, and they said, you know what, we really appreciate everything you've done, and here's your severance package, but you are out. And what was interesting is investors dumped the stock. We're starting to retail was just flying out. I got to get 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 out. You don't understand. This is great news for the company. It's what we've been waiting for, you know? So CGC was along. There was no, and the more it pulled, the more you buy calls. And today I said, buy 40 to 41 calls. Buy 40 to 41 calls. The stock is going to $41 today. That's what I said. I made it clear. It's going to $41. Do you want to see where it hit? And you don't believe? Look at it again. A professional day trader. A professional day trader. CGC, number one, two pick in the room. This is a buying opportunity. This is great for the company. Buy the stock. The stock is going to $41. It's not going down. It's not going to sell off. Just buy the weakness and walk it to 41. Any pullback at the open, you buy, buy, buy. You want to look? Any pullback at the open, you buy, buy, buy. 41 a share. You see? Do you understand the quality of room you're in? Just these ideas alone could have made you thousands, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. If you're a struggling trader, all you had to do was believe in the call. You have to trust the process in Awesome Calls Trading. What makes us so darn different? Really, what makes us different? What separates us? It's the time put in. It really comes down to it. You see all these traders out there from Alex to Ollie to Mark to Brandy Joe, um, all these wonderful, wonderful people, all these great mods, the fires, they're all posting just amazing results. And it all comes down to being in the right room. a pro's pro room where even a pro can come in there and just keep learning and accelerating, where who he is or who she is. Awesome Calls is just an elite standard. And it's really hard for chat rooms to compete with that because you can tell when you come in here, I've traded for 16 years. You can tell I've lost a lot of money in this business because I didn't really understand it. You can tell the amount of work and process that goes in each thought on each idea. Today I was 100% because I really, really took the time to read. Now I'm averaging around 85%, sometimes 90. This whole week I was averaging 97%. Today I got 100. It's what's happening with me is I'm getting better. You know, I'm going into 16 years of day trading. This year elevated me because whatever I learned last year, I even got better understanding it this year. And this is why traders are starting to really come in. I mean, I'm doing an annual program right now, and I'll close out with this. I'm doing an annual program, okay? And for all annuals that want to, if you're an existing subscriber, this is for you too. Um, and you want to upgrade, this is my 4th of July special. I came up with the idea because I watched this great trader, Ollie, who's just been, this is his 3rd month with us, and look what he's performed on a $500 cash account. $500 cash account. All right. He's made through TradeNet, he netted $4,667, over 5,000 gross profits. Okay, think about that. I want everyone to make money like that. Imagine making 5,000 on the side, just being in this room, even if you're not a full-time trader. So what I want to do is I really want to help that trader struggling or pro or somebody who wants to make money on the side. If you want to sign up to an annual, okay? All right, just click the button, sign up. I will fund $500 towards that platform, okay? I will also pay for 6 months of briefing.com, scan service that I use. And if you're an active member in it, if it's less than 15 days from your cycle, I will refund you 197 back. So that means you're in the room for about 75 bucks a month, or about $2 a day in the room, 250. But the way I operate, it's not about the money. I want to see you grow. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you get to another level of your life. I want you to be happy. I want you to pay your bills. And I want you to get excited when you come in our chat room. We have an amazing group of people. We have 11 moderators from IPOs, swing ideas, option players, technical analysis, short sellers, news alerts. I mean, we're growing, and I'm so proud where we're headed. We're going to be the largest chat room in the world, but not just the largest. We're going to be the most successful because we're taking traders and we're evolving them. We don't isolate them, and that's who we are. Okay? So I will leave you on that note. Happy 4th of July. Enjoy yourself tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed today's webinar. I love you all, and thank you for joining us. I will see you tomorrow. I'm sorry, see you on Friday, and we'll trade full day on Friday, and then in about 7-8 days, the earnings begin. We start all over again. And this is why I really want you to be in there, because there's going to be a lot of swing ideas that I can tell you, hey, pick up this stock here. And you're just gonna have a lot of opportunities, and I look forward to it. So thank you, God bless, and I will see you on Friday morning. Happy 4th of July to all of you. Take care.